Hey challengers, I am so sorry this video is late. Forgive my appearance. So this week we're talking about the home stretch, the last week. Technically we've gone through enough days to make a habit because it takes 21 to 28 days to make a habit. So we're in that sweet spot where we're basically just continuing to rehearse the habit in the hopes of reinforcing it to keep it a habit. So here's this week all I want to talk about. Number one, is your goal working? Is it working? Does it feel like a habit yet? After 21 days, if it doesn't feel like a habit yet, you need to make some decisions about how to make it more habitual. Maybe that means you can't do it every day. Maybe that means that you have to do it at the same time each day if you want to do it every day. Maybe it needs to be really a part of your schedule. It really depends on what your goal is, but you have to find a way to make it habitual because it is by now enough of a habit mentally that you should be thinking about it all the time. The question of whether it's a habit or not is actually relevant this week. We've been talking slowly and more about whether it's becoming a habit, but by now, it should feel like a habit. If it doesn't, it probably means that your baby step was too big. It was more like a baby leap than it was a baby step, or maybe it was just a leap, it wasn't even a baby leap. So now is the time to really consider, is this doable? If you're still not finding it habitual, 3 weeks into doing this, it's probably a goal that's outside of the range of what a natural, for you, baby step is. Basically, if it's not coming naturally to you, you need to modify it so it does come naturally to you. And if that means scaling way back, it doesn't matter whether it's disappointing to you or not. If that means scaling way back, it means scaling way back. Find something that works so that you can keep this a goal in your life beyond the end of this challenge. Now, if you feel like your goal is doable and you're looking at it going, no, this really is a baby step. So why am I struggling? The problem is not what I'm doing. The problem is not whether it's a baby step that can fit in my life. It is. If that's the case, then the only thing you need to worry about is why. Why are you doing this goal? Why? Because clearly the motivation to do it isn't there. You must want this goal in your life. That is the key thing to remember with the baby steps. They are baby steps and they'll ease you in the right direction, but you have to want it. Because if you don't, you're not going to do it, even if the goal is extraordinarily doable. So you have to examine the why. Sometimes it's a simple matter of just connecting the dots. Why is water important to me? Well, I'm feeling better, I'm sleeping better, I don't have to go pee as much anymore now that I'm used to it. And it's helping me lose weight, it makes exercise easier, and it reduces my appetite. And then some people, that's all they need to do. They need to make a list of why they're doing it. And then, oh, right, it's awesome for me. But some people, and it depends on the goal too, some goals, we need to know the motivation behind it. So let's talk about my week, because I can give some good examples from that. This week I did very well. I only missed 1 day of the evening chores and missed no days of the morning chores. However, my reading clearly was subpar. I only read 2 nights, and that's really all I could do. The reason I set this goal is because I wanted to feel more control over the cleanliness of the house in an orderly system. When living with Corey, it took us a long time to find a system and a work schedule where our work schedules line up and our social schedules line up so we can, really live in harmony. And one part of that puzzle that hadn't been totally solved was the cleaning aspect. And I have to say that since the beginning of this challenge, the cleaning puzzle has been solved. Corey and I have made it work, and it's been awesome. And the why of my challenge was simply wanting to feel that control. I knew it was a baby step, obviously. It was a little cleaning in the morning, a little cleaning in the evening. It wasn't anything I wasn't used to doing. It was just simply putting myself on a schedule for doing it. So the step was obviously a baby step because it was stuff I was kind of already doing but making it regular. And then the other side of that, or the other part of that, is that it was something I wanted to do. I was very motivated. I felt like Corey and I have this whole perfect system for how the household runs, with the exception of doing the house chores in the morning. So why not make a challenge to fix that? I wanted to talk about, then again, why the why makes a difference in how it's a habit. For example, with my habit, I don't have to do it every day. I don't have to. Sometimes there's only 2 or 3 dishes in the morning. But it's the But it's the point. It's the point of I need to do it. It's the principle of the thing, if you will. It's not that there's not a lot of dishes so I don't have to do them. No, that thought process leads me down the road to a pile of dishes at the end of the week that takes me an hour and a half to do. No, the point is it's taking my chores one day at a time. So if there's 3 dishes, hooray, today I only have to do 3 dishes, you know. And also, a couple of the days, Corey has done the chores for me. Like yesterday, I was super busy with work. We had spent the whole day at Disneyland the day before, and I was just, sorry, I'm kind of chilly. I was just really, really missing any time to do the chores. And so Corey was like, well, I'll just do them. It's no big deal. And he just went and did them. And so I got to check them off on my calendar. Now, is that cheating because I didn't do it? Possibly. But it's more likely the fact that the chore is getting done, and that was the whole goal of the challenge. So occasionally when Corey does the chores, I mark it off and I say, I did it, but I didn't, but I delegated. And that's sort of the same thing because in the end, the chore gets done. Now, if your goal is water drinking or exercise, you can't delegate. But if your chore is to remember to take your pills every day, it does not hurt to have a spouse who reminds you every morning, hey, take your pills. So where are you doing it from? Why are you doing it? Are you making it work no matter what the cost? That's what's important. And that's what's worth talking about if you're still having trouble keeping to your goals this far along in the challenge. So I'm doing well. I hope you guys are doing great. I really apologize for this late video. I am so excited to see how you guys are doing and hear, number 1, how this is becoming habitual. And number 2, if it's not, what's up? What's up? Is it not a baby step? Or do you not understand the why? Is the why not powerful enough to drive you? I want to know. I hope you guys are doing great. I can't wait to see you on Facebook and Twitter and in the comments and in the videos. I will talk to you sometime next week once the challenge is over for a big wrap-up. Bye!